Yo, how's it going, everyone? Is that time once again? We are back for Dokkan late stream on a Saturday. No podcast this week, so just chilling. Do some challenge runs, viewer requests, all that good stuff. Yo, Weed over on the Twitch side, how's it going? Blue Frauds, EZA when? Probably not for a while. I don't think they're due to, because it's a bit early for them, I think. But yeah, how's everybody doing this evening? Got off the phone with Omatsu. He said we won't be getting LRG and Trunks EZA because too many people were mean to him this year. Didn't actually pick it up. Wait, pick what up? Anniversary level event, my rear end. Yeah, I know. It's I think the beginning started off strong. Like having the free-to-play clone team and everything was like a really good. Like people were really happy with that. But as is often the case, and it's often the problem in these bigger celebrations, it's the pacing that is the issue. Is it worth it getting all the medals or use the stamina to link level? I stream on both YouTube and Twitch, so if I'm live on Twitch as well, because I know some people just have their preferred platform. But yeah, if I'm ever live, I'm live on Twitch as well as YouTube for Dokkan, this channel, and then obviously got my second channel, my variety game channel, Ningen Plays, where we do all sorts of other stuff, everything non-Dokkan. We'll be doing some more Death Stranding tomorrow. In fact, I say more, it should be the last, like we should be at the end. So let's put that link in the chat. Because yeah, that'll be tomorrow for like the afternoon stream. Because from what I did on the last one, I thought I was fighting the last boss in the last stream, but then it seems that there will be a little bit more. So, should finish that tomorrow. The clone team can beat like most of the events in the game. And like with items, the clone team can literally beat every event in the game. Like people have beaten the Zamasu and Rose stage, like with items with the clone team. Do we have any MHA experts here? I haven't seen any of that for ages. Oh, then like, isn't the next season like season 4? I think I read up to like the My Villain Academia arc and then just stopped. But it's not something I've heard they all went horribly downhill, and I just used to see every week when new chapters came out, people on Twitter complaining about it, so I just completely stopped following it. I'm okay with the GDC so far. Yeah, the manga has actually finished now, right? It's just the anime that's still coming out. Alright, let's get got my dailies done. Got a whole bunch of boosts that we can use on the #1 link level thing. The hero ending is terrible. Yeah, I didn't hear good things, so... Got to head out, but had to stop by, like, the stream, drop a comment. Hey, I appreciate you, Dr. Pritch. Hope everything is going well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you and the family are all well.
Alright, let's do this.
So we get our training in the clouds, get our boost done here. I mean, I thought the explanation, like, when you first see that character is that it just negates their entire thing completely, right? What's the best leader for the free-to-play Goku Black, so I don't have Goku Black and Zamasu? Tech Fusion Zamasu can still kind of work in LR Zamasu. The problem is the team doesn't really have a slot 1, apart from the AGL clone. So, obviously you're going to be running a friend, Rose and Zamasu, so they can be the slot 1 unit on the other rotation. So you don't necessarily need your leader to be a slot 1 unit. So, yeah, you could use Int LR Fusion Zamasu, you could use Tech LR Fusion Zamasu, you could use Int Rose. Alright,
let's do this.
Most shonen endings are terrible. I'm trying to think, you might be right, because I'm trying to think of some examples of ones that are actually really good. Cowboy Bebop's not really a shonen, because it is more adult. It's like a more, like, for adults one. That has a great ending. Even though, spoiler alert for the 20-year-old anime, but even though Spike dies at the end, the ending is awesome. But yeah, that's not really a shonen anime. I can't remember what they're called, the older ones, but is it seinen or something? I can't remember. But yo, Garrett, how's it going? I just got done listening to your video about part 2 and realised you were live. Oh yeah, Full Metal Alchemist has a good ending. That's true. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's really good. Wait, I thought people liking the clone teams a bit. It's the same unit 5 times with different passives. Well, sort of, except their passives are... They are the same for the most part, but then actually, they've got like... Is it like 5 sections to their passive, and 2 of them are the same. But they all have... When the team has 1 unit of each typing, and then they all do a different thing. When you pick up an orb of their specific typing, they all do a different thing. And then the other one is something else as well, I think. They all have different... Or it's when attacking, I think. And they all have a different thing. But, like, some of them are really, really good. Like, the AGL one, as long as you get an AGL orb, the AGL one has a 90% chance to dodge. The Tech one passively lowers attack and does an action break with his attack. The Int one has a Scouter. A couple of them have Guard. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, the thing is with the medals, like, I can get pre-farming those, like, the ones that you get for the missions, where it just gives you a bunch of extra medals. I get the idea of, like, pre-farming them for future LRs and stuff, but, like, it's not that difficult. Like, when we know an LR's coming out to, like, farm, I would rather just farm link levels. Like, I haven't touched any of those missions, because, obviously, they're all for medals that I just don't need. So, I haven't bothered. But... fan of Berserk. Yeah, from what I've seen of it, it's very dark. I know a lot of the Dark Souls inspiration comes from Berserk. That's why Guts' sword is in like every single Berserk in every Dark Souls game. The Dragon Slayer, like great sword. But yeah, the clone team is super, super good. Like I said, like with items, that team can beat like any event in the game, and it's a free team. So it's like a major W.
All right, let's do this.
We have 200 of every Awakening medal. Yeah, that's crazy. Stop negativity depends on the specific nature and nullifies the person's. Yeah, I guess it just depends. Let's see the message I sent you in the Discord. Oh, is that are you? Okay, yeah, the profile picture's the same. Yeah, I did see that. I thought that was kind of interesting. I literally saw it just before I started the stream, so I didn't have a chance to reply or anything, but I could see the thought process behind it. I don't know how accurate it is going to be. However, with that thing that they posted with like the Trunks sprite update, it kind of does add a bit more fuel to that fire, I guess you could say. But yeah, I can get up the I'll get up the cards that we're talking about here in a minute once I've used my boosts to get this stage done. What happens if I dislike the stream? What happens to those prayers? Nothing, but if you dislike any of my streams or videos, you'll be cursed with bad summon luck. So Matsu told me. We're good friends, you see. He's trying to help support the channel. I have a feeling they won't EZA LRG on Trunks except the AGL. Expect the AGL KO treatment. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not. Like I say, it'll be tomorrow morning. We'll see a thing about like if there's gonna be an EZA in like the next like couple of days. It's gonna be tomorrow. I thought they said the Trunk. Well, that's the thing, we don't know. It's in the files, and Proton and I think Truth both like commented saying, "Oh, I think it's just because of the boss," but it could be both. You know the meme? They're like, why not both? It could be for both of those reasons. You never know. Right, yeah, that's the boosts used up. So let's, yeah. So like Dark Dragon Hand sent me this interesting theory that maybe I will make a video about it tomorrow. We'll see. Because I mean, if there's no news, then I'll have to find something else to make a video about. So, so interestingly, right? So we got this Goku Black EZA. Was it the last World Tournament or the one before? I can't remember. So we got this Goku Black EZA, right? And the last part of his passive is when there is another ally whose name includes Zamasu or Goku Black attacking in the same turn. And at the time when he released, there wasn't really a meta-relevant Goku Black or Zamasu. Like, you could argue that the physical Rosé was still kind of usable in some events, I guess. But now that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but the idea is that, like, the theory is maybe this guy getting this with his EZA was because they knew that a new Zamasu and Goku Black, like, unit was coming out not long after this, right? So then the second part of the theory is that the other EZA that we got, I can't remember if it was at the same time or it was around the same time, is we got this future Gohan, also got his EZA, and he has, when there's an ally whose name includes Trunks on the team in his passive. So maybe these two units got EZAs with the last like World Tournament because they knew that the Global Dokkan campaign was going to be a new Rosé and Zamasu and a new Trunks. And obviously we haven't gotten a new Trunks in part 1, which means it could be Trunks in part 2, which means part 2 could still just be future. Now, I don't know who the other unit would be, because they kind of like, unless they do, it's like Z Trunks, and then the other LR is like reversible exchange androids or something. Yeah, I dreamed last night that we get a new Trunks for part 2. Yeah, see, Prof, you've cursed it. But yeah, like, did they get their EZAs at the same time? I can't remember. Annoyingly, the wikis stopped being updated ages ago, so it's kind of hard to work out. Future Trunks and standalone Rosé. I mean, that would be weird if it was standalone Rosé, but let me have a look back here, because I can bring up the Hydros wiki has the units in the order that they released. Okay, Future Gohan was with the last batch of World Tournament EZAs, where Goku Black was in the one before that. So, now don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily think that, like, oh yeah, that's a really good point, like, that's probably what it is. However, as we often say when it comes to Dokkan, never say never. It's definitely not impossible that that is what it is. I would be very surprised, don't get me wrong. But, yeah. You never know. I mean, this guy's actually quite good. I remember when we did the showcase for him, like when we got the last World Tournament, he's actually not bad. I say good. He's not bad. If he was on like a 220 team with a new Trunks, like, he'd actually probably be somewhat decent as a free-to-play option, obviously. Not as, like, in general, but yeah, so that's certainly an interesting theory. But it is just a theory. A game theory. But yeah, who knows? I would cry. I mean, that's the thing. Loads of people were really disappointed that Future Saga was the pick for Part 1. So, if Future was also Part 2, I imagine a lot of people would not be happy. I still haven't beaten Stage 1 Super 3 with that AoE. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Should re-showcase that World Tournament STR Goku Black on the new Rosé team. I should. We should take a look at him. He kind of takes the place of like the Zamasu Goku, because he needs there to be a unit of each typing. But yeah, imagine that reversible exchange 17 and 18 and then a Trunks as the Part 2 characters. Man, people would be so mad. Which, it, like, in a way, I do find it funny when people get big mad over stuff like that, because it doesn't bother me. Like, there's stuff that I would want more than other things, but as I've said many, many times now, like, as long as the units are good, I don't really care, like, what it is, or, like, what arc, or what, you know, part of Dragon Ball or whatever. Like, I don't like GT, but if Part 2 is GT and the units are really good, then awesome. But yeah, it's, like, not something that I get, like, massively upset about or anything. Would you rather L Vegeta and Trunks EZA or Int Goku Black Super EZA? It's way too early for Int Goku Black to get a Super EZA. I would probably prefer he get his Super EZA, just because then the Rosé team would have another really good unit. Because the team doesn't really have... Well, I say that, of course. We're going to test out this guy and see how good he is. But the team doesn't really have, like, a base Goku Black. Yeah, so this guy... He gives Future Saga and Time Traveler allies a buff. Attack and defense 50% up to 150 for each attack received. When there's a super class enemy, 100% attack when attacking. When the team includes all 5 extreme types, all allies 20% extra attack, an extra 100% attack, defense and guard, but only when attacking, so he's not good against like AoEs or anything. And then when there's a Zamasu or Goku Black in the same turn, 200% extra attack and defense, great chance to crit, and all allies defense 20%. So he's buffing Future Saga and Time Traveler allies. If there's a Goku Black and you have all 5 types and all that stuff, he's giving 60% attack and defense to that team, which is pretty crazy. And yeah, he doesn't need any crit. Do I have some better skill orbs for him? There you go, we can give him a level 7 Future Saga one. Yeah, because what does he do on Super? Greatly raises attack and defense. I gave him an additional thing. Do I have any EXs that are better than level 4? I do have some level 5 ones. Although I feel like he probably should have some more dodge, realistically, but... Successors. It's the Future Saga one. That's just a random EX one. Because that's going to drop him to... He had 4 additional on there, so it's going to drop him to 17 additional. Which is still a 34% chance, but maybe not. Wait, what was that? What have I missed? Oh, was it my hero spoilers? Yeah, I actually never saw what like the proper full ending was, but sub EZAs aren't real. I know, right? They don't actually exist. Dokkan gave up on them a long time ago. I used to really think it was going to be GT or all the stuff. Yeah, I mean, the Omega leak thing is like the biggest evidence, is the only evidence that it's going to be GT. But like, it's pretty, you know, unless it is just a weird, like, super early leak for something that's coming out way further in the future. Then yeah, I don't know. Right, I thought I put him on there. Right, let's have a look. He swapped to Zamasu on the Goku Black LR to show his links. Well, this is an awkward turn one. Yeah, he just has godly power instead of whatever that was. Kamehameha. Alright, well. He's got 300k start of turn. We get a Divers collab with where they add more Heroes characters. I mean, let's hope so one day, if they start actually adding that stuff into Divers. Then I could see it happening. 11 million. Oh, of course, the tech clone action breaks so that he doesn't get to get hit. Omega Shenron artwork could be for the 11th anniversary. It makes sense because Dragon Ball GT will be celebrating its 30th anniversary at the beginning of February. Oh no. That is a pretty good, like... there's a pretty good clue for like it actually being GT for the anniversary. If the 30th anniversary is basically when the anniversary happens, that's Yeah, RM Gaming, how's it going? That'll be lame if that's the case. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like GT, but no new red zoning global Dokkan campaign is kind of bad. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to red zone stuff, we only really, I mean, for me, we only really care about getting the new red zone for like the last stage, for like what is the new hardest event in the game. And we kind of do already have that by having the Rose and Zamasu fight. So yeah, I think we got cooked right at the start by having a really bad starting rotation, so I think we're probably just screwed here. Okay, well he didn't super first, so that's good. I mean, 16.7 million is pretty good. Of course he dodges now. Well, that dodge would have been really nice in slot 1, or like before he attacked, but you know. Well, that's the thing, it was put in the data that early by accident anyway, and we know that they planned the big celebration EZA like units so long in advance that having the artwork for him done already is something that absolutely could be the case, even if it's for the 11th anniversary. It would be kind of funny, because it is like so many people would be surprised and probably disappointed. Alright, well we lived, so now we can start getting some of this STR Rose active skill support. That KO screen's so good as well. Alright. So he's got 1.3 million start of turn. That's pretty good. So do that. We'll get all the tech orbs for you. Get a bit of a heal there. Alright, so it's with the double STR Rose actives now in place. So let's see what the STR World Tournament Goku Black is going to do here. Should be pretty good. Yeah, no more super timeline. We just want Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4s, and all sorts of heroes shenanigans. I mean, he tanks everything for double-digit damage. I missed his attack stat, but everything against the tree Goku. Yeah, it does suck. There's like the last Heroes headliner was just a main timeline Goku, so not even really a Heroes character. $32 mil. I mean, that's pretty good for a unit that you would normally just put on the team just to be a floating support. 63 million from the friend Rose though, with the double active skills and then the friend being Rainbow. And we got the support from AGL Rose as well. Like, is STR Rose good enough, do we think? Like, he out damages Goku massively. Like, I do understand if people think that Goku is better. I put them both in the same tier on my tier list, so like, even though I think Rose is number 1, If people want to argue that Goku's number one, like, I can see the arguments for it, but I like Rose so much more. Let's do that, do that. Yeah, our only hope now is that they bring the heroes sort of characters to divers, and then we get proper like divers collabs, I guess. Yeah. That's our only hope for that kind of stuff to happen again. Alright, so Rose tanking. Yeah, 32 mil. That's pretty good. And he lowers attacks. That's quite good for this event. 35 for the additional. She's got pretty high defense and guard at that point. So that's pretty good. Man. So we'll just get the 12 key for Rose so we can do that. Get all the key for Zamasu. Let's see if I can find Ningen's videos. Oh yeah, we've done the custom heroes celebration stuff in the past. All about the heroes on this channel. Yeah, 32 million for a free-to-play, can't argue with that. The fact these are Trunks, like, World Tournament EZA. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's why, like, the fact that Vegeta has that thing that buffs Trunks units. I was saying that's one of the big reasons why, like, Vegeta and Trunks, you would think they were going to EZA. But that could be yet another thing that's hinting towards Part 2 being Trunks. In Zamasu EZA revived Broly, Chila, and Lemo. Yeah, true, because that orb changing can come in clutch for them as well. Typical. Action breaks are normal and then gets hit with a super. He should live, though. With all the attack debuffing on this turn. Yeah. Literally takes double-digit damage. But yeah, remember, there is no Heroes Celebration this year. We'll still be getting the Heroes EZAs, but there won't be an actual, like, celebration. Another LR Trunks rip. I know, right? It could be, though. As much as we don't want it. It could be the case. There will be riots, but... You can do a run with STR feature Gohan under 220 from Goku. I mean, he could be pretty good, but like... I don't know about the hardest events, unfortunately. Good to know we still get Heroes EZAs. I must have missed the news. Yeah, they announced that when they said it was the last Heroes celebration in November last year. The future, like the characters that still need EZAs will still get EZAs. Oh my god, we still haven't killed Vegeta. Take this man out already. I'm gonna take USS again before future. Oof. Let's not get hasty. I wouldn't go that far.
The time has come to open the earth and wash everything away. Rejoice, for the world of God is at hand. Lightning of absolution.
Definitely all universe survival saga out at this point. Gerardo, how's it going? To be honest, Dokkan have done every arc today. I mean, yeah, that is true. Like, every arc is just like, oh, this again. Thank you. I can already imagine the intro animation for the Part 2 LRZ Trunks. Him listening to the androids attack on the radio and going after the androids. If they did a Dokkan Fest like Z Trunks that goes back to the future timeline, the one that then goes back and just annihilates the androids, like that would be awesome. And then yeah, the other unit being the reverse exchange androids. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So Marcio, how do you know about this? Namek needs a celebration ASAP. Yeah, it needs to be a proper, like, full, big celebration, I think, as well. For it to really have, like, impact for the category. Because the last attempt with the Scout of Vegeta and then everything, that was just awful. Which is the really good quest mode OST? Is it this one? Yeah, honestly, what if stuff is probably like is the way they should be going with this kind of stuff, like. Absolutely fumbling like an IP that could make so much money, like just doing all what if or like Dokkan original stuff, like could be absolutely crazy. Movie Heroes has Tapion. Yeah, what if the cooler worldwide units get their EZAs so that Movie Heroes can be a team again with the AGL Super Saiyans? And play the LR Roseans and Master Exchange OST. Yeah, I could put that on in a minute. I switched to a different year's playlist because we keep listening. We've only been listening to the current year one for like the last, well, for ages now. Heroes is done. Dokkan can't use the license anymore, I think. Yeah, as far as I know, that the license is the most important thing. So they can't do any like new Heroes units. Any characters that are specifically like Heroes characters. Characters that have been in other games and stuff as well, they can do. That's why we got like Marseillan and Mira and Toa and stuff. Farsha and Chila EZA. Yeah, Farsha could be good. Like, if they do bring out a new Dokkan Fest Bardock, like a Dokkan Fest, I want to see a Dokkan Fest Giant 8 Bardock. Then they can EZA Tech Bardock. The AGL LR Bardock will have a 220 team. Then, yeah, that Farsha EZA, they can EZA the normal Grade 8 Bardock units. Like, well, I don't know if STR Goku Black is built for this. No, 1.5. I mean, to be fair, that super attack from Trunks does over 7 million. So for a free-to-play World Tournament character to only take 1.5 million, like, yeah, obviously that's a lot of damage and it's an instant kill because we could never have that much HP. But, I mean, that's pretty good for a free-to-play character. Like, AGL Bardock is going to need more than a 220 to fix his issues. Wait, what do you mean? AGL LR Bardock's awesome. Oh, yeah, no, not the Dokkan Fest exclusive. Yeah, no, we're talking about the LR. Because, yeah, the Dokkan Fest exclusive is terrible. Right, where's the Rose? Is that the, oh yeah, the Custom Heroes celebration. If only we'd gotten that. Yeah, Tala, how's it going? What hopes have we got for Quest Mode LRs? Yeah, I'm not sure who the next one will be. Let's put Future Gohan on there. His Future Saga. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say he's on. Is he even on the? Wait, is he on Bond of Parent and Child? No, so Future Gohan doesn't actually get the 220 lead from. Doesn't get the 220 lead from Goku because he's not on Final Trump card either. Oh yeah, no, there it is. I'm just blind. I wasn't sure if he had it because Goku's not alive at the future arc, but as usual, as I am a Dragon Ball fan, I can't read, so I didn't see him there.
All right, let's do this.
Of course he's in slot 7. Why wouldn't he be?
Sorry for the wait, Kakarot. Ready when you are, Vegeta.
Why does that matter? They liked each other when he was alive. Well, they're very picky about the moments in the story where the characters actually count as having a bond. So I wouldn't put it past them to be like, no, because one of them's dead at this point, so they don't have it anymore. Dokkan does weirder things when it comes to categories, remember? Yeah, the triple generation Kamehameha thing from Heroes. I know Prof will correct, it's not actually a Kamehameha, it's like a... Because like Bardock isn't doing a Kamehameha, and I don't think neither is Gohan technically. But yeah, the 3-generation key blast thing. It would have been so good. But well, that's the problem, is like people whoever owns the rights to Heroes like still owns it. But this is why all this stuff is always so confusing, and why we always make that joke and like make the meme about these people not liking money. It's like, what is the point of owning the rights to Heroes but you're not going to do anything with it? Like, surely you would want companies that like Bandai, who make 2 different Dokkan, like Dragon Ball mobile games, Dokkan and Legends. Surely you would want them to give you money to use the characters that you have the rights to in their games. Like, seems pretty straightforward to me, but Grandpa Gohan was dead in Dragon Ball Go. Does Dragon Ball Goku have bond of parent and child? Yeah, it's basically right when Trunks gets killed by Cell is when Vegeta, from that point onwards, is then on bond of parent and child.
It's pretty obvious you're not going to defeat him by yourself.
I actually don't like the art style of the Heroes manga. At which point do we get our 50 stones for the stones used? I don't think we're getting that anymore. I mean, we might, but there's not been any mention of it, so maybe they'll change that for being something that happens during the, like, what the Tanabar is going to get renamed to, maybe. Because that's the thing, it won't be part of this celebration, otherwise they would have mentioned it already. I'm pretty sure, because they always mention, like, the they always mention the, like, catchment period and everything. Goku's number 1 because, you know, age better than Rose. Yeah, potentially. I think it's one of those things, though, that just means he could potentially be number 1 a little bit further down the line. But, like, just because he will age better doesn't mean that he is number 1 now. Is the way I would look at it. Like, I was praying for Dokkan to give Limit Breaker, Goku, Vegeta a decent EZA. I know, right? Like, the Giant 8 Power team has the potential to be so good in the near future with those EZAs, new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta EZA, Diamond Goku at some point, like...
I will protect Earth.
Yeah, future Bulma doesn't have a card, so he doesn't get the carry, which is really stupid. Like, how does future Trunks not have Bond of Parent and Child? Like, just because Bulma doesn't have a unit in the game, like, that doesn't make any sense. Right, I'm going to attack Zamasu first, just so we can actually see, because I don't want Goku to accidentally kill Rose. So he's got 186k defense start of turn, which is not great. It does 60% damage reduction for the first 5 turns. And then when attacking with 18 or more ki, he gets another 20%. So he has 80% damage reduction. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and do that. And then do that, I guess. Not great for them, but they might not get to attack anyway. So, Brainbuster! Brainbuster! Hey, big W's in the chat for Preston Kitty. Shout out to you, my dude, for 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you. Let's get some W's in the chat for our boy. And we'll shout out the individual people once all the brainbusters are out of the way. When the brains are well and truly busted. But yeah, that is 5 more 2 nails. You'd love to see it. Is Anto here? I sniped him in Raldo's. Was he here before? Can't remember now. He might have been near the start. Maybe he's lurking, I don't know. Did he say something earlier? Maybe not. But yeah, shout out to Preston Kitty. Shout out to Dragoon, Mr. Galath, Kung Fu Kenny, Trunks, and someone for receiving the gifted memberships. If you are here now in the chat, you obviously now have access to all the channel emotes, so let us know which ones are your favourites. I know Preston Kitty likes the Mech and Sith ones, unsurprisingly. He was and then left, okay. Yeah, because if you... well, apparently I think he's still here. I don't know how that works, because I can like at him in the chat, but I don't know if that's only happens if they're still in the stream, or... Now that the 10th anniversary LRs are effectively 6 months old, where would you rank them in your top 10 list? I mean, I did a top 10 list a couple of days ago. But I have, like, Vegeta at 3 and Gogeta at 4. Do you reckon I can get away with this? Trying to get a cheeky extra stack, or am I going to get killed? Am I going to do an attempt in the new event with the Heroes team? We did very briefly try, I think on last night's stream, but yeah, you do just instantly get destroyed. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have put them in slot 1. I mean, as long as Zamasu doesn't super, we won't die, but okay. Love the cat emotes. Yeah, the phenomenal Mike over on the Twitch side. How's it going? But yeah, shout out to everyone who's here on the YouTube side. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are 1 subscriber away from being at 30,000 subs. We're at 29,999. So... But yeah, I did mention that in the video earlier today, Nugget. That could be a thing, right? The EX part, or like part 3. They do like a surprise extra couple of EZAs, Vegeta and Trunks, and then like the super EZAs for the second year, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I feel like that could be a thing. Alright, Vegeta has the buff for all future Saga characters with his active skill, right? So let's go ahead and do this.
I'll defeat you for my son and for the future, Father.
But yes, the Heroes team, one of their biggest issues, because they never got an LR or anything like that, is just the lack of HP that team has. Like, the team just gets absolutely destroyed in the new event. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so now everyone has the buff. So Future Gohan's now got 400k defense start of turn. I mean, I guess we could just Gogeta active as well, to be fair. Really, like, buff Future Gohan on this turn and just see how good he is. My Gogeta is only 55%. What, headset? It's just a cheap one I got from Amazon, actually. It's alright. It's a USB one. I'm not a huge fan of, like, this big bit that sticks out on the top, but it does the job. Yeah, so now we use the Gogeta active skill. Give everyone even more of a buff. Gogeta's active skill's so good. Now that single shot where it's just got it like that, which is basically the art for the STR Gogeta, it looks 100 times better even than the movie that it actually comes from. Like with all the shading and everything, like it just looks so good. Alright, well, Future Gohan, what you got? 18.6 million, let's go. Yeah, hopefully they do that with the last lot of Heroes EZAs, is just get rid of the Heroes restrictions. Because there's no point EZAing characters and giving them Heroes restrictions when you're not doing any more Heroes units anymore. But that's like the smart thing that they should do. Yeah, the glitch effect thing as well, yeah. It just gives the impression that like he's so powerful it like breaks the game for a second. Like, so good. Crossover it is. And that'll be happening like the stream. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. We're only 7 likes away from 50 likes on the stream. It'll be a nice good round number to get to. Okay, so we still need you to go first, really. Ah, if we do this, Gogeta could counter the super. That'd be awesome. We're just going to use all the active skills now. We know that the celebration ends on the 11th of August. Yeah, 84 million for Vegeta. Like, when you get a chance to actually put Vegeta in slot 2 and use his active skill, it's pretty good. But yeah, there is space for an EX part, because if part 2 starts on the 24th, after 2 weeks that would be the 7th. And if the celebration officially ends on the 11th, they could drop some like big thing on the 7th, like 2 weeks after part 2 starts. Even if it is just another couple of like EZAs or something. If you're to make a Future Saga team with the new LRs, who would you pick that doesn't include the limited boosted EZA LRs? So the team is only LRs? Because I mean, I'd probably put physical DUR Vegeta Blue on there.
I'm neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will destroy you.
Gogeta is so cool. Alright, see that? EX could come after the 11th. Well, yeah, I guess potentially. Like, it could be announced as a separate thing with like a separate date, I guess. But yeah, we got just over 50 people in the stream, so if we get 6 more likes on the stream, get to 50 likes on the stream, we need one more person, any one person who's in the stream right now, who's not subscribed to the channel, to hit that subscribe button, and we'll be at 30,000. And a little surprise with the EX banner and Super Saiyan 3 Goku Mini. Yeah. No, like we said before, right? Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta was the EX for the main anniversary. So Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta is going to be the EX for the global anniversary. Alright, got one like to go. We're at 49. Yeah, we get to celebrate 30k again. For the third time, and hopefully the last time. Literally the last two big World Tournament stream weekends we've done. We've gone to 30,000 and then gone over by just a little bit. And then gone down again in like the week or so after. And I know there's a whole bunch of factors, like YouTube deletes old accounts. Sometimes YouTube randomly unsubscribes people. And hey, sometimes people move on, stop playing Dokkan or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is, but... Ooh, okay. So let's do this. I should have used the other Goku's active skill, I forgot, didn't I? Or the Vegeta one to give this guy another buff. You need a standalone Super Saiyan God Vegeta, true. Hey, we're at 51 likes on the stream, so shout out to everyone in the stream. Appreciate you guys. Skill orbs for heroes or crossover would be nice, yeah. Make them really, really good as well. Like level 9 defense and then like a silver one that's like additional and level 6 defense or something. And then gold, dodge and level 6 defense, since most of the heroes units just end up needing dodge. Let's do or die with Gohan. Can he take out Zamasu or will we die? Let's see. Chances are possibly not. I will forever be confused why they chose that Goku line for future Gohan. I know. It doesn't make any sense. Like... I also love that he has the special beam cannon. Because obviously, like, future Gohan's only in that one, like, TV special movie. But, like, obviously at no point do we ever see future Gohan do the special beam cannon. So... At least as far as I can remember. So that is pretty cool. Of course, he got 2 additional normals. So if both of those additional normals had been supers... Oh, did he dodge the super? Let's go. Hell yeah. Future Gohan dodged the super that probably would have killed him. We love to see that. All the games give him the special beam cannon. I mean, I guess you have to, right? Because what else does he do? And especially because if it is the proper future Gohan with one arm, like there's only so many things he can do. But the special beam cannon works perfectly for Gohan with one arm, so... I've read somewhere that God Trunks was supposed to be the first Heroes LR because he has 2 SA animations, one before and after he Dokkan Awakens. Yeah, I don't know about that. It seems weird that they would be thinking to make him an LR and then didn't, and then never made a Heroes LR in like the 3 following years after that. Seems odd. Yeah. Yeah, future Gohan clutch, GG. Yeah, so future Gohan, I mean, as long as he doesn't get hit by a super attack, he's still somewhat usable, I guess, which is cool. I wonder if we could do stage 2 with the Heroes team, because it's not as hard. I mean, I say that as if it's not still insanely hard, but...
Alright, let's do this.
Gohan technically beats Cell with a one-arm Kamehameha. That is true. That is very true. Yeah, because isn't that the line from the active skill? Isn't it from the BoJack movie? And it's like perfectly appropriate at the time. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense for the future Gohan. Is there any like method to this fight? Are we supposed to kill one of these guys first? I actually can't remember what. Like the second fight, no one cares about the second phase like fight because the other one is so hard, the Roseanne thingy one. So like I can't even remember what the big deal about this fight even is. Dragon Ball heroes will never die. True. It will live on forever in our hearts, even if the units are not usable anymore. It's 2023, right? Oh, did I immediately die in slot 1? Let's go. Oh, thank you. Which one? Oh yeah, because he has 2. He has an intro and an active skill. In fact, we'll just listen to both, because why not? Yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah, that is true. I remember Prof saying that a bunch of times. It's because all the card arts that get used for the heroes characters are all arts that they actually have in the heroes game. So a character needs to have at least 3 different card arts in order to be an LR, because then those are the 3 arts that they'll use. What is with half these teams? Am I just gone too far? Yeah. Goku gets extra attack and defense and extra stats with Vegeta still alive. Okay, so you do have to kill Vegeta first then, I guess, ideally. Hearts EZA has the potential to be super, super good, but...
Alright, let's do this.
Hey, we're at 30,000 again. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. We did it again. 3rd time's the charm, hopefully. That's the thing, over the last few days it keeps going, like, the total number of subscribers keeps going like up and down by 1. So if I wake up tomorrow and it's back to 29,999 again, I won't be surprised. But I appreciate all you guys that come out, all you guys that help to support the channel. It does mean a lot to me, so I appreciate you guys. Big W's for you all. Yeah, let's keep it there. Let's hope so. Yeah, the generational beam attack doesn't have 3 arts, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, the heroes characters, there are no characters on the team, even the Goku, like, the Tree Goku. There are no characters on the team, really, that can tank in slot 1 against, like, any of the actual hardest hitting bosses in the game now. So... yeah, it's already back down to 29999. So why do you not play Legends also? I just don't like it. I tried it when it first came out and wasn't a fan of the gameplay. So that's just a normal. Are you serious? That's like the active, like using the active skill on turn 1 as well, and he just dies to a single normal. So yeah, Heroes is not doing any of the new events, unfortunately. I mean, there could be the I mean, technically we could probably do this just because I mean, technically if we use the Zeno button, it should actually be really easy to just do this one, but I should post that as like a meme and see how many people think I'm actually being like super serious. Like, be like, see, Heroes is still good. We beat one of the new anniversary events, and it's like the super easy one. And you can see in the screenshot that I've used the Zeno button. It'd be funny because people would actually get mad and be like, no, this just because that one's easy. Even though that's clearly the joke. But people won't get it. It'd be funny. Yeah. Amazu, you'll get bad luck in all of your part 2 summons. Wait, why is Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta physical on the team? He shouldn't be here. Can't think of any other Trunks that could EZA unless they Super EZA physical LR Trunks. Which I guess they could, but yeah, I would be very surprised if by the end of the celebration, like when it's all truly said and done, like, you know, at some point, like early August-ish, I'd be very surprised if like Vegeta and Trunks haven't EZA'd. Goku gets 160 on the 3rd turn, okay. 500 coins to pity one of the Part 1 LRs, but I'm going to wait to see how the Part 2 LRs are going to be. Yeah, I would, because if you decide you don't want to summon for either of them, you can then just pity one of the Part 1 units. Or if you really want to, you could just decide you just want to grab one of the Part 2 units with pity and not actually summon on their banners at all. Like, that's a thing you could do. So... I gotta beat one with UI Goku, but none with Note. Yeah, AGL Future Trunks and like AGL Future Gohan and Trunks could potentially get an EZA. It's gonna be the cherry on top of the celebration. I mean, I could see that. I could see that being a thing that they do, and it just comes out in the EX part. You drop Vegeta and Trunks, and then like the Super EZAs for the 2-year Super Saiyan 4s. Or they just won't release it at all, true. Vegeta get that attack lowered in there. Guess we'll never get Heroes battle motions. Yeah, I mean, if they add them for the EZAs, that would be cool, but... Damn, Goku got slapped by that. Yeah, Heroes is still the best Dokkan Fest like medal farming team, because they have so many characters that can use active skills like early on, and they just like rinse through the turns. Like Universe Tree Goku can use his on turn 1, and then if you have double AGL Vegeta leads, they can use theirs on turn 3 and turn 4, and then usually have just one at that point. Right. AGL, LR, Gohan and Trunks due for an EZA at some point soon. Yeah, and they are Future Saga related. And hey, they could be an EZA that gets in Part 2 if Part 2 is a new Trunks. So... you never know. GT bosses to GT villains or GT antagonists. And that's what they should do for all of the bosses categories, so then they would actually be slightly better. Because they all kind of suck, because they all have to only be the main boss of the thing and not all the minions. Whereas the heroes categories are all, like movie heroes, is every superclass character in that movie, even if they barely do anything. Whereas movie bosses is only the main boss of the movie, which we might be dead now, by the way. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Super Bosses is a little bit more leeway because it's got like all of like Kale and Caulifla, so you wouldn't call them like the main bosses of Super, but I'm gonna have to active so I can get the heal. I can't believe they made that active skill though, and they didn't just make the headliner like the two Gokus together as one unit. Like, why didn't they just do that? I don't understand. Yeah, if Super Bosses weren't like the others, only Jiren would be on there from Universe of Battle Saga stuff, yeah. So it makes the category better, but it's like, why don't they do that for the other stuff? We got a lot of Heroes characters before LR Kid Buu, that is true. I was going to say, if Trunks gets enough additional supers, he could kill him, but of course he isn't going to. Yeah, Moneybags, how's it going? Yeah, that additional normal just had to be a super, and then we'd be dead. Oh, Trunks with the dodge, and Vegeta with the dodge, let's go. Heroes Bobbity Boo. That's true, we did get the Boo Bobbity absorbed, which is kind of funny. So we even got a Heroes Kid Boo before we got an LR Kid Boo. Dude, we are so cooked here. Alright, hopefully Vegeta can counter the super. Hopefully Goku lives the super. If he gets multiple super attacks, then maybe he'll survive. Okay, of course he had to get an additional normal. Maybe the attack lowering from Vegeta will have some kind of effect. Because doesn't this Zamasu do like 900k with his super? Oh, never mind. We just take double-digit damage. Okay. So does the Zeno button also like debuff him massively or something? Because there's no way Xeno Goku should have taken double-digit damage. Well, I say that. He's probably over 1 million defense at this point. I should have checked his start of turn defense, but... There we go. Take a screenshot. Heroes W. Heroes beating the GDC content. That's what we like to see. Yeah, Zeno button, whenever you use it, you just win the fight at the end of that turn. So you still have to survive that turn, but then at the end of the turn, you just win. That's what. But the Zeno button, I'm assuming it does also debuff. Because unless Goku was way over 1 million defense, let me double check the stats for Zamasu. Yeah, the final phase Zamasu does 900k, but he greatly raises attack. So actually it should be like 1 point... actually it's off of his normal, isn't it? Off of the normal damage. I can't remember what we were saying yesterday now for the super attack effect. But he does over 1 million. Heroes over Tapion. Is there a thing for items? Yeah, there is. Items, support items. Is it a gold one technically? Yeah, Zeno button. Yeah, it doesn't say, it just gives you the item description, so... He used an uncontrollable power team on the new Goku Black and Zamasu fight. It didn't go very well. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, the new fight power creeps, like, are so many of the teams that were good. I mean, to be honest, even a lot of the 10th anniversary content power crept, like this Broly team. I mean, this isn't the best build of this team because we're using these random freezers on here, but... where's uncontrollable power? There we go. Yeah, the team definitely lacks like really, really good slot 1 units.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I've got the Zeno button instead of the instead of something better. True for struggling with Kid Goku versus Black and Zamasu, the biggest challenge was the friend system. I mean, yeah, that's not surprising, is it? Kid Buu attacking first might be able to tank some normals, maybe. And Xeno Vegeta, how's it going? Yeah, I think we'll get a tag force for part 2. At least that's what I'm hoping. Nice. Kid Buu just casually tanking everything for double digits. Let's go. See, look at that. Is Kid Buu dead or dead? Neither. Kid Buu showing out. Oh, Goku has to dodge this, or we just instantly die. Good. Is Zamasu going to super him as well? Yep. Come on, Goku, you got this. Yeah, look at that. Let's go. Am I allowed to be on the Discord server if they do the base GT duo? Yeah, that's true. If you've cursed us in that way, I'm not going to be happy. Base Goku and Vegeta, and they go Super Saiyan 4 only as an active skill. Oh, good. Janemba locked in slot 3. That's good. That's what we want. Alright, so how quickly are we getting absolutely destroyed here by these guys? $90k, okay, that's not too bad. Wow, rip. Damn, 857k. Yeesh. That's quite a lot. Defusing Gogeta Copium will never die. I mean, that could be a thing, potentially.
Alright, let's do this.
Part 2 is Base Trunks, who only goes Super Saiyan in the active skill. Yeah. I need to turn the animations off. It was cool seeing some of these other units' intros and stuff again after such a long time, but now they just keep going. I mean, we'll see this one because this animation's cool. Imagine if they had like this Broly, like Z Broly, but with the appropriate power level to be able to fight against Rose and Tommaso. Just like seeing him go crazy against them would be pretty funny. He's like the perfect example of like the mortal that Goku, that Zamasu wants to get rid of. Just crazy, all-out, like violence machine. Bruh. Hey, dodge, let's go. Then in another world we get Broly Black, yeah. Yeah, just imagine if that had happened slightly later, and instead of Goku like being the target of Zamasu, Zamasu had seen like Goku and Vegeta fighting Broly, and so then used the Dragon Balls to take Broly's body instead. I mean, have Dragon Ball Super, like legendary Super Saiyan Broly, but with rose like hair. Yeah, he'd immediately hate Goku Black because he thinks he's just Goku. And Goku Black would have no idea what's going on. Goku Black is just a less cool baby Vegeta. Or you could say he's a more cool baby Vegeta because he's not called baby for a start. But yeah, the team is not going to cut it, I'm afraid. I mean, let's be honest, in the main like new event, there's not many teams that are going to be doing the job. The clone team is a tough one if you don't have items, but well, that's the thing. Super Broly doesn't even hate Goku. Okay, well we're okay if, yeah, we can put the AGL one in slot 1, so then that's fine. And the AoE's at the end of the turn, so it's like the best possible turn 1 for this team. The problem is if Rose gets locked in slot 2 on the next turn, we're just dead. Because neither of the other clones on the next turn can go in slot 1. Or, you know, the clone could just not dodge the Rose Super and take 5 million damage, I guess. Crazy. Yeah, 90% chance to dodge, and he didn't dodge. That's insane.
Let's do this.
Yeah, Super Broly hates Vegeta. Tansitsu, how's it going? Ask Alex, are you a metalhead? If so, what bands do you recommend? Yeah, I mean, I like all kinds of music, but yeah, I do like heavy stuff as well. I don't really listen to a huge amount of music much anymore. I quite like their new President band thing. I've heard like 2 of their songs. They got another one out and I still haven't listened to it yet. I like going back and listening to a lot of the old stuff that I used to listen to, but it's a big into like Day to Remember. Death Clock stuff is pretty funny. Really showing off why he's just free to play in Janemba, yeah. What? Huh? Oh, the one that he keeps singing at the moment, yeah. We're listening to a bunch of like old MCR again recently as well, which has been pretty funny. Yeah, I know the one you mean. Super Broly doesn't really hit anyone. Well, yeah, that is true. He's just kind of a guided weapon. Nah, emo. Yeah, I used to love all that stuff. I still do, to be fair. Don't listen to as much of it anymore, but I used to listen to tons of emo stuff in there when I used to work at the games like store, because the assistant manager was like a massive emo guy, and that's where I first heard like Fall Out Boy, people like Mayday Parade and stuff like that. first time I heard what are they called? Panic at the Disco, You Me at 6, that kind of stuff. Like that was quite a while ago, but yeah, I haven't listened to it. They've got a couple of new songs that have come out recently. I need to catch up with more of their stuff. But a band called Dance Gavin Dance. They got a new lead singer now. But yeah, Broly beating up Frieza. That was so funny. It just cuts back to like Goku and Vegeta are busy practicing fusing, and then it just cuts back to Broly just beating Frieza into like the side of a mountain. Bro, that wasn't the AGL one again, was it? There was potentially the STR. The STR feels like the biggest fraud one. Like, he can hit the highest attack stats, I think, but like defensively, I think he's the most fraudulent one. Shout out to Chili for the $2 super chat. Thank God they're busy with the horse game, hence no updates. Well, we should, fingers crossed, see some sort of news tomorrow. Whether it's like the first teaser for part 2, whether it's an announcement that we are actually getting another EZA. Yeah, it was the STR one. Of course it was. But yeah, that's the thing, like, that is very true. Like, Frieza top 1 durable guy. Like, because it took them how long? Because they fuse... Is it they fail twice, and it takes half an hour for it to run out, right? So, they teleport away, and are gone for, like, a full hour. And in that entire time, Golden Frieza's just being absolutely destroyed, like, repeatedly just beaten up by Broly. And is still alive. Like, he's still hanging in there. So, you know. Nice. Whereas they taking double digits. The celebration was entirely carried by the new free-to-play units, otherwise it would be like a C at best. I don't know. I think both the new units are really good. The new hardest event is like kind of fun. In the sense, I mean, it's really hard and it power creeps a lot of the teams, but like sometimes hard events are fun like that. But then we've got the Mortal Will boss rush thing, which is like relatively hard, but not like impossible. The Seriously Serious extra stage, which is hard but not that hard. Like, I think there's a good mix of like the levels of difficult content, and the 2 new units are really good. The EZAs that we've gotten so far are good, like the 2 super EZAs and the Infusion Zamasu. Like, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, they tagged in Frieza and Broly just didn't care. Yeah, they just literally like flew Broly towards Frieza and then teleported away. So Broly was just like, well, you're the person who's right in front of me now, so... Okay, well, he's locked actually, so he ain't going anywhere. Yeah, there's way too many physical orbs, but we managed to keep the ones for the other guys, so that's good. Otherwise, we could have been in trouble. It isn't 1 hour since both fails. Wait, what? Yeah, because there isn't a cooldown, is there? I thought the whole point was they have to wait 30 minutes to defuse, and then they just try it again. Or do they specifically say they have to wait 30 minutes to try again? Because then, yeah, if that is the case, then it's 2 hours. Which you got to think about how long that is in terms of a Dragon Ball fight. Because there's always the memes from, like, even way back in Z, like, with the Frieza and Goku on Namek fight. When Frieza's like, Namek is going to explode in 5 minutes. And then it still takes, like, 10 episodes for them to, like, fight. But that's because, as people have tried to explain before, that, like, that's because obviously when these characters move, when they're fighting, they're moving faster than, like, the speed of light. So even though what we see in the episode is, like, 30 minutes of them fighting, in the actual time it takes, it's, like, less than a minute, because they're, like, it's slowed down so that we can see it. So think about that, when that's, like, end of Namek level characters. And then you've got Dragon Ball Super Broly versus Golden Frieza for 2 hours of real time with characters who move faster than the speed of light when they fight, and they were fighting for 2 hours. Like, that is actually ridiculous. Yeah, obviously the actual, like, the manga and, like, the actual anime without all the filler, it's not as long, but it's still, like, a couple of episodes. But, like, even in early Dragon Ball, in the World Tournament, like, people can't see Teen Goku and Tien fighting each other. Like, none of the crowd can see them fighting because they're moving too fast. Oh, the tech clone with the run saving dodge. Let's go. But then that's also something, yeah, that is inconsistent, because sometimes people will comment on the characters fighting when, in theory, they shouldn't be able to see them. When it's the other fighters, it's not as bad, but I think there is a bit in one of them. It's either in the Broly movie or Superhero, where Bulma says something about, like, the fight that's going on, which in theory she wouldn't be able to see, but... I think people read too much into that as well. Like, the whole Wrathful Broly is stated to be the Ozaru form without transforming. I mean, you've got to remember, Paragus is like a low-class general. Well, I don't know if he was even that high, but Paragus is like a low-class Saiyan warrior who doesn't know, like, what a Super Saiyan is. He doesn't know what, like, any of the higher forms or anything like that are. Probably doesn't really understand, like, any of the proper, like, Saiyan transformations or anything like that. And he's the one that says he basically has the power of an Ozaru but without transforming. But that's, honestly, that's really, realistically, that's because he doesn't know what it is, and he has no other way of explaining it because he doesn't know. All he knows is that when Saiyans transform into giant apes, they become super, super powerful. So as far as he's concerned, he just is as powerful as a great ape without having to transform, because that's all he, like, that's his only point of reference. Like, he doesn't know enough to, like, make that claim, essentially. Like, he is basically just grasping at straws when he says that, because he doesn't know how to explain why Broly is so powerful. Stop using facts and logic. Okay, yeah, sorry. My bad. Are you serious? I was like, wow, we've actually done really well here so far. And then, was that the AoE just on the int one in slot 1? Bruh. Like, we actually got to the point of taking out Zamasu with the clones. And then, yeah, I don't know, was that the AoE? Let's see the instant playback. Yeah, that was the int one, just from the AoE normal. From a Rose that hasn't been hit a single time, and Zamasu was dead, so he should have lost his buff. And he still did 1.4 million damage to him. That's crazy. Wasn't Paragus like a high-ranking military dude? I don't think so. But then the thing is, even if he was, that's, again, you got to think back to, like, when that happens, like, all set before, like, Goku even comes to Earth. Like, the Saiyan, they don't know anything about, like, really how powerful they are and their other forms that they could achieve. Like, all they would know is, what is it? Because what does Vegeta say in the Saiyan saga? When a Saiyan transforms into a Great Ape, is it like 10 times or something? I can't remember. So that's all you would really see is like when Broly powers up into that like wrathful form, Paragus would then see him and be like, wow, he's like 10 times as powerful as any other Saiyan that I've ever seen. So basically that means that he's like a giant ape but without transforming. Because, like I said before, like that's his only frame of reference for why a Saiyan would even be able to be that powerful.
Alright, let's do this.
Because that's literally all he would be able to tell. He'd just be like, wow, he's like 10 times more powerful than any other Saiyan that I've ever seen. So that's basically like him transforming into a great ape, but he hasn't transformed. Because otherwise, like, what does he know? Oh, great. Okay, well, Rose being locked in slot 3 is actually not the worst thing with the rotation that we have. Although I did attack Rose first, so we can't do that. He's gonna kill me when he wakes up and me miss getting well because the one as it has 8 likes. That is pretty funny actually.
All right, let's get this started.
But yeah, hopefully EZA announcement tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow. Should be like an hour after the stream starts is when they normally drop news. So if there is going to be anything like tomorrow, it'll be yeah, it'll be tomorrow morning and then dropping in the game on Tuesday, I guess. Alright. I can understand post-training, Goten and Trunks beating Frieza, but people just putting a screenshot of the kids at the beginning of the Buu Saga, now they're not beating Frieza. I mean, that's the thing, you gotta remember that the whole point of the transformation thing is it's like a multiplier, so if a character is already weak, and then they like transform into a Super Saiyan, it doesn't suddenly make them stronger than Frieza because he was beaten by Super Saiyan Goku. It's just was it times 50 it's supposed to be, the Super Saiyan multiplier? So that's like people have done the math, like people have done like power scaling and stuff. It's like if Bardock went Super Saiyan against Frieza, like in that fight in space where he fought all of his minions and then Frieza came out of the ship and did the giant death ball. If Bardock went Super Saiyan at that point against Frieza, like him at that level just getting a times 50 multiplier, like Frieza would have still beat him. So yeah, I can picture too that way that he does that. It's like, oh come on, yeah. Mondays are typically when they try to do data downloads. Yeah, exactly. That's for me in terms of my time frame, because I know it's different times for you guys for different things. But like, it's usually Sunday morning Twitter stuff, Monday morning data download, and then Tuesday morning drops in the game. So obviously we'll see. Okay, yeah, I'm cooked, of course. Man, Clone's not really holding it together. Yeah, Namek Saga Vegeta went Super Saiyan, he's still dying. We gotta remember, Goku went Super Saiyan and still struggled against Full Power Frieza. Not like immensely. Like, it's not like, I don't think at any point we were supposed to think that like he could have lost. I don't know. But like, yeah, he went Super Saiyan and he didn't just like bully him, right? So Vegeta was obviously weaker at the time. So if he went Super Saiyan on Namek, then he's losing. Like, they should have just done the same thing that they did with when Vegeta gets Krillin to like blast him. They should have just done that like multiple times while they're waiting. Now that's what the funny thing about the Zenkai boost thing is. You think you just do that over and over again, especially when they're in a situation like, why do they, like with Vegeta in the time chamber and so, or not in the time chamber, but in the his little like training room that he has with the little like robots and lasers and stuff. Why does he even bother doing that? Like, how much of an increase do you get from that rather than like making a machine that like almost kills him and then heals him, so then he gets the Zenkai boost? Is there any difference with the Goku Black clone arts? No, the other ones are just all the same. Like, so if you want to, you can farm the ones from the event that all look like this, and they're just the different typings. Or you can farm the alternate art ones that you get either as random drops, or you get them from completing the missions. But the cards themselves are exactly the same. Like, they have the same abilities and everything, right? But you just, like, obviously for collection purposes, you want the alternate art ones because they look cool. Technically, you could kill anyone with a surprise attack, right? We saw that in... Yeah, like in Resurrection of F. Like, people complain about that all the time, where it's like the normal laser gun thing basically kills Goku because he's not paying attention and has his guard down. And so then he almost dies and has to get healed. Like, and loads of people hate that because obviously by the time they're at that point in Resurrection F and Goku's already like Super Saiyan Blue, like arguably even in base his durability should be high enough that that shouldn't matter. But yeah, exactly, sit in Corrin's tower and just repeatedly like shoot himself with the laser beam and then eat a senzu bean and just do that over and over again. You know, Aaron, how's it going? Doing well. Apathy, how's it going? Just popping in to say yo. So the stream is going to be wrapping up in a couple of minutes anyway, so. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming out. Shout out to everyone who is here. Shout out to everyone who liked the stream. We got up to 64 likes on the stream, so that's pretty good. We did get back up to 30,000 subscribers, so hopefully we will stay there and can look forward to the next big milestone. I mean, the next big one is obviously going to be 50,000, but even getting to like 31,000 will be cool. But hopefully not what's happened like twice now of just dropping below and then taking quite a while to get back to it again. Give me back the luck you took and you'll be fine. TURs of Bojack's teammates. Yeah, that would be good. I could see them doing something like that with a new Bojack, Easy A for Zanya. Like, that'd be cool. Someone posted a screenshot of a fully built up Inzamasu tanking built up Rose super for double digit damage. That's with obviously getting hit by 2 normals first. Wu Chang Fallen Feather. Apparently it's going straight to Game Pass, but we'll be finishing Death Stranding on, well, I was going to say on Sunday, tomorrow, and then going on to Death Stranding 2. I might download it ahead of time tomorrow just in case, because I don't know how close to the end of Death Stranding 1 we are. So if I beat it in like an hour, we might as well just start the second one. If we ever get a Dokkan Fest, baby, better leave terrifying conquerors for the minions. I know, right? That's the problem with GT bosses, as we've discussed many times. But anyway, that is going to be it for the stream. I appreciate everybody coming out. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe or follow if you're over on the Twitch side. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, where hopefully we will see some news or at least some sort of info about part 2. That'll be in essentially 10 hours from now. I'll be live again. So that is going to be it from me. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.